times do I have to tell you? Now, get outside and stay outside. We're not paying you to keep warm. Now, let's go to table 27 and get Mrs. Janice's coat. She wants it checked. And take good care of it. Mike, what's the matter with you giving Mr. Edwards a table like that? Now, don't argue with me. He's a good customer. You go in there and give him a good table. Everything's okay. Send him out here.
Excuse me, can I wait in here, mister? If my bus doesn't come soon, I'll be a human icicle. You think they'll mind if I take a peek?
Help yourself. It's a good show.
I've never been in a place like this before. I'll bet they've got good food. Hey!
No! No!
I call the police. Mr. Petty's been shot. Who did it?
Oh, there was a man. He pushed me. I was standing right there. And then there were shots.
A man? What man?
Well, he ran out that way.
Did you see who it was?
I'm not blind. He ran out that way.
My name is Frank Ballinger, Detective Lieutenant, M Squad, a special detail of the Chicago Police. I'd already spent part of the morning on the nightclub killing. The victim was Lou Petty, right arm of Al Sampson, gambler, racketeer, and general headache to the Chicago Police. I'd been gotten out of bed to keep an eye on the case. We expected trouble. You didn't kill Al Sampson's best friend and get away with it. The newspapers gave the event plenty of ink.
Morning, Frank.
Morning.
Get anything at the club, Kiki?
Yeah, Al Sampson owns it, and not a single one of the employees was anywhere near the lobby at the time of the shooting. Is the girl still too scared to open up?
Yeah, I think so. She says she only saw his back. She didn't get a good look at his face.
Well, let's just hope that Sampson doesn't try to even the score. Petty was his collector.
Yeah, we could have an old-fashioned gang war on our hands.
Unless, of course, Sampson had his own sidekick knocked off. Petty was an ambitious hood.
Yeah. No, we don't want Miss Graymore photographed. No, she can't leave the building.
What? All right, I'll take care of it.
Frank, get out there and break it up, will you? This isn't a movie studio. We don't want our face plastered all over the papers again.
Oh, come on, boys. No photographs, huh? It's for our own protection.
What was that insurance company you work for, Miss Graymore?
World International, offices all over the world. The sun never sets on World International.
And how much do they pay you, Miss Graymore?
$53.20 a week, which is $3.20 more than other types of second grade earn, because I'm extremely good at arithmetic.
Were you ever in show business?
No. But I once had to faint in a high school play. They said I was very good. But I've never acted professionally. Do you think I could? It's a wonderful idea.
Miss Graymore.
But it takes a lot of publicity, doesn't it? Well, I hope those pictures turn out better than the ones they took last night.
Miss Graymore, I'd like you to meet Detective Lieutenant Frank Ballinger.
How do you do?
Oh, say, you're tall. Well, I'm very pleased to meet you, I'm sure.
Oh, pleasure's mine, Miss Graymore.
Well, thank you.
Won't you sit down?
Were you comfortable in the hotel last night, Miss Graymore?
Oh, yes. And they let me have 2 different kinds of food, French and Japanese. But my breakfast was American.
Well, do you feel up to answering some questions now about the shooting, Miss Graymore?
Well, I've told the detectives everything.
Well, we'd like you to describe the man that shot Lou Petty.
Well, he had broad shoulders, very broad, like Well, like this.
Miss Graymore, you've told us about his back before. Didn't you see his face?
Oh, yes. But he was pretty well covered up. I'd say he was about 6 feet tall with dark hair and...
Couldn't you be a little more specific than that? I'm tall.
Well, I don't want to get mixed up with gangsters and get shot at myself. It has happened to witnesses. You see, I'd be afraid to go home. Another girl and I share a one-room flat. We wouldn't want gangsters breaking in on us.
Well, a policewoman and a detective will stay with you all the time.
In our flat? Well, there's hardly room to hang up our stockings when we wash them. Don't you usually put witnesses in a hotel?
Well, sometimes before a trial.
Well, you're our star witness, Miss Graymore. If a hotel is the kind of protection you want, we can put you in one temporarily.
Well, I'd feel a lot safer.
You realize, of course, that nobody knows that you were there except the police. And you would have no publicity.
Oh, I know. Not till you catch the killer, then I'd be safe.
We showed her photographs of the type of man that she had described. We showed her pictures of enemies of the Sampson Petty mob, but she couldn't make a positive identification. We installed Mary in a big hotel under a fictitious name and detailed a policewoman to watch over her. And when I had something to talk to her about, I would visit her there. She had worked with a police artist, but no sketch of the gunman drawn to her specifications ever satisfied her. But we had to find that gunman before Al Sampson went on the warpath. I was on my way to her hotel when I glanced into the rearview mirror. It was known that I was on the case. I figured somebody wanted to find out where we were keeping Mary. If he could get rid of the only eyewitness, he'd be safe. I got the license number, but I bet it wasn't registered in any name that could be traced.
It's no use, Mary. You can't see your roommate or telephone her. Those are my orders.
But Angela's my best friend. I get so lonely. All these letters the police forward to me. Real fan mail about my courage. And offers to appear in nightclubs. The girl who saw the killer. Well, what's the use if I can't show them to Angela? Oh, maybe that's the sukiyaki.
Who is it?
Lieutenant Bellinger. Hi, Lizzie. How's our star witness?
Living it up. And if you ask me...
Oh, Lieutenant, Angela, my roommate, is my best friend. Now, she's not going to tell anyone where I am. I got an offer to appear in the nightclub. Can I tell her? Can she visit me?
It's not in the contract.
Well, anyway, I feel better now that you're here. You know, you've been so wonderful protecting me. I'd like to do something nice for you.
Swell. Just give us a picture of the man who did the shooting.
Well, I've already done my best.
Mary, I want you to take a look at this. Was this the man you saw at the club, Kiki?
Well, it's hard to say from this.
You mean it could be?
But I wouldn't swear to it. He's sort of the type of man I saw. But he isn't. Who is he?
Al Sampson and his rackets gambling. But we've never had enough evidence to pin him down.
Well, can't you have him arrested for income tax evasion or something?
It's not our department. Mary, will you level with me? Did you or did you not see the man who did the shooting?
Did I see him? Do you think I'd let you lock me up in this room for fun?
It's been done before.
Yeah, just for the free lunch.
Look, you're sore because you can't find the man I described. I didn't ask for all this police protection.
Yes, you did, and now you've got it.
For how long?
Well, we had one witness under wraps for how long was it, Lucy? 10 months?
15.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes. No phone calls, no visitors, huh? Mary's interest in her publicity bothered me again. We'd given her protection because she'd been afraid to talk. Now, protection was getting in her way. I began to wonder if she had some other motive for her cooperation with us. Before I could check on that, I went to try a bluff on Sampson. He still had his office behind the first bar that he'd ever opened as a front for his games. Since he used it as his headquarters, he was smart enough to keep it clean. No hoods were allowed to gather here. No gambling.
Who? Uh-huh. Yeah, okay. It's a cop. Keep out of sight. Come in, Lieutenant. Well,
Pretty good warning system you got, Al.
yeah, organization. Well, Well, I hope you like the color of the walls. Robin's egg blue. I just had it painted this morning.
Trying to get rid of the smell? Too bad your friend Petty didn't live to see it.
Yeah, you got any leads on who pulled that job, Lieutenant? I sure would like to get my hands on him.
Would you, Al? From what I hear, you haven't even bothered to arrange for a decent burial.
I'm no benevolent society. If I had to bury all my employees...
But I thought that Petty was supposed to be one of your, quote, best friends, unquote.
He worked for me, you know.
Or maybe he wasn't one of your friends anymore. We have a witness that says that you don't look unlike the man who killed Petty.
Oh, come on. You better get her a pair of eyeglasses. I can prove where I was that night.
Okay, start proving.
At the basketball game. I got 1,000 witnesses that seen me, including a police court magistrate who was sitting right behind me.
So that proves that you weren't at the scene of the crime. But it doesn't prove that you didn't, give the word.
You got a witness that heard me?
Maybe we don't need one.
Listen, don't try to pin anything on me. You know, I can buy and sell you. Don't roust me, Ballinger.
Something about Mary was bothering me. I wanted more background on her. When I went to see Angela, her roommate, I spotted the car that had been following me earlier. I'd already checked on the license. The car was stolen. It's all right.
Who are you?
The police.
Oh. Said it was a telegram through the door. So I opened it. He grabbed at me. I ran, but he caught me. Said I had to go with him or he'd kill me.
Did you see his face?
It was all so fast. He got me from behind, tried to pull me through the door. I can't seem to stop shaking. What'll I do if he comes back? I can't stay here.
Don't worry, we'll take care of that. Where did this note come from?
I don't know. I never saw it before. What is it?
Mary, if you want to see your roommate alive again, keep your mouth shut. If you talk, it will be Angela's tough luck. Now, I want the truth. Did you see the gunman in that nightclub?
Now you're angry again because I can't identify any of your pictures.
Didn't you hear this note I just read to you? Your roommate was being kidnapped on account of you. Can't you understand that?
On account of me?
The gunman doesn't want you to talk.
But I never named anybody.
Because you can't. You never saw the man that shot Lou Petty. Now stop lying before you get somebody else hurt.
I knew all the time I shouldn't have done it. But everyone was paying so much attention to me. My pictures in all the papers. A chance to live in a big hotel. Well, it was just too good to let go of.
I ought to take you across my knee.
I'm sorry.
You're sorry. Well, what about us? Now we have a murder and no witness. We spent all this time getting exactly nowhere. Here. The fact that you're sorry doesn't help. Giving false witness to a law enforcement agency hinders an investigation. Do you know how many thousands of dollars of taxpayers' money are wasted every year by people like you? And besides, you can go to jail.
But honest, Mr. Ballinger, I wasn't thinking straight. To be somebody, even for a few days. Oh, maybe it's me. Maybe I'll never be lucky, but the kind of fellas that take me out, well, they never take me to a nice hotel like that for dinner. I don't know. I guess I don't have the right line for the right kind of fellas. All day pounding a typewriter, then home to four walls. That's my life. Once in a while, maybe a date to a beanery or a movie. Do you know I never had Japanese food, sukiyaki, before? Ever. Never in my whole life.
I understand your reasons, but it's no excuse.
I know that, I know, but... Well, I wasn't hurting anybody.
You were the police looking for a man who doesn't exist.
Oh. Drink your coffee before it gets cold.
Send me home. Tell the newspapers I don't know anything. Nobody's ever going to believe me again.
Well, it's a cinch the gunman won't believe you. He'll think it's a police trap.
Well, we've got to continue to give you police protection. You wait outside, Miss Graymore.
Boy, I sure got myself into something when I went in there to get warm and saw that man looking for someone.
What man?
The dead one, Mr. Petty.
Well, you didn't tell us that he was looking for someone.
Well, he came from the tables looking at his watch and looking around as if he expected somebody to be there.
Well, you didn't tell us this before.
Well, I guess I didn't remember it before.
Well, this sounds like it could be a setup.
Yeah.
And if it was, somebody'd have to know about it. Like, say, a waiter or maybe the manager.
We checked him, Frank. There's nothing against the manager, Frank.
Oh, I don't know. I think we bought a little too much coincidence from him. Let's take a look at something here. Yeah, he said that he sent the hat check girl to get some woman's wrap and the head waiter to change one of the customers' tables.
Well, there's nothing unusual in that.
No, but 11:15 they should be ready for business. The theater crowd lets out then. I think Mary might have given us something after all.
No, Frank, Sampson wouldn't kill his own boy in his own club.
Why not? If he wanted us to think that some other mob did it. And you know, there's a door that leads from the manager's office to the alley.
I think you're way out on a limb. The manager swore nobody could get in that way.
Maybe, but I'm going to have that manager in for a talk. The manager was not easy to find. He wasn't at his home, and he wasn't where his wife said he had gone. I had to try several places.
But the girl didn't see a thing, I tell you. She had her back to you all the time. I saw her myself.
Cops in a home. Why? Just like it says in that paper. She had no important information to give the police.
That's right. She's out with a phony description of me. They keep her in their rats for 2 days, and you think they're just doing it for laughs, huh?
They're bluffing. They have nothing on either of us. The description was just a cover-up to show the taxpayers they're on the job.
Something goofed someplace. That girl saw me.
Rainey, will you pull yourself together? Just get out of town. And don't try to pull any more bonehead stunts like kidnapping a roommate.
Too many people saw me. Look, I won't get pulled down for this. I gotta make this thing right.
Will you stop it? Nobody saw you.
He did.
Are you kidding? He works for me.
What do you take me for?
Yeah. Ballinger. Tell him to wait. Get in the next room, both of you.
Come on, hurry up, hurry up.
Hello, Ralph. I thought I'd find you here.
What do you want him for?
Some more questions need some more answers.
You can't push my employees around.
Any special reason why he shouldn't answer questions?
No, none at all. Just don't forget any rules and regulations when you buzz them. Ralph, if they get tough with you, just call me and I'll send the lawyer down.
Let's go.
Well, that's substantially the story I told before. I signed the statement, didn't I?
You'd spoken to Petty before he went out in the lobby, huh?
I said hello.
You told him somebody was waiting for him.
He made certain the lobby was empty.
Oh, no.
You got rid of all the people.
Well, they had things to do.
The empty lobby was a setup.
No.
Aren't you forgetting something, Ralph?
Nope. What?
The girl that came in to get warm.
She didn't see me set anything up. And you can't get her to frame me. She wasn't even there.
Nobody's trying to frame you.
Suppose I told you that she saw a man come into your office.
She's lying.
Well, he couldn't have come in from the street. The doorman would have seen him. He came up behind Petty, so he had to come from your office.
No. No.
Then he went back into your office and out into the alley through the door.
No, I swear it. But what are you guys trying to do to me?
Petty was going to meet somebody in the lobby. Who was it? His boss? Al Sampson?
No. Al was at the basketball game. 1,000 people saw him. A judge he knew sat right in front of him.
Behind him. Funny, Ralph. You know Al Sampson's alibi almost as well as he does.
Alibi?
Look, you hold out on me, Ralph, and I'll book you for accessory to murder.
Send Cassidy in here. If you hold you on an open charge, it'll give us 48 hours to sew you up. Take him downstairs, book him for investigation.
All right.
There goes a wrong guy.
You scared, Steph?
Yeah.
We decided to brace Al Sampson again. I was going to play one last card, and I'd send a man to pick up Mary. She'd be part of my setup. Don't bother answering it. We're here.
And you can get out of here unless you got a warrant.
You don't need a warrant to ask questions. Who's the character?
I don't know. I never saw him before. He just flew in from Seattle. Walked in here asking for a job. The bartender or bouncer or something. You know I don't hire strangers.
Yeah. See if he's clean.
Suppose I don't want to be frisked.
You gotta be kidding.
You too.
All right, you happy? Now get out of here, all of you.
We just had a little talk with Ralph, your manager.
So what?
The gunman came from the manager's office. He used the back door.
Oh. Well, so that's how he got in, huh?
Your boy let him in.
I don't believe it. Ralph wouldn't get mixed up in a killing for anybody's money.
Get Miss Graymore from the car, please.
Lieutenant, this is getting pretty close to an accusation. I hope you know all about false arrest and getting sued for it.
I've read up on it.
Swell. So what did your star witness have to tell you?
The man we're looking for came from the manager's office. Petty never got a chance to see him.
Oh, she told you that, huh?
Well, what are you so nervous about?
I've never been involved in anything like this before.
Like what before?
Killing.
Who said anything about a killing?
Well, it's been in all the papers.
I thought you said he just blew in from out of town.
I read it on the train. Yeah, sure. Lou Petty got national coverage. You know that, Lieutenant.
Oh, it's Graymore. You say that you saw a man turn and go into the manager's office after the shooting.
Oh, yes, I did.
Oh, come on. Stop bluffing, will you?
Was it either one of these men?
She didn't see anybody.
Well, could they turn around so I could see them from the back?
Well, you heard the lady. Turn around. Come on, move.
Well, could they walk away?
Sure. Come on, boys, walk.
That's the man.
Hold it right there. Don't do it, Rainey. Shut up.
Don't be a fool, Rainey. You can't get out of here. We got the place surrounded.
Get away from that door. I said get away from that door. Fast.
Look, it's not your head.
Nobody told you to stay inside.
Look, I've had it. I don't ever want to see the inside of this club again. If a fellow wants to take me out, it won't be where people get shot at.
Once we got an angle on the case for Mary, panic made the manager and the gunman show their hands. They went with Al Sampson to the death house.